Okay, so, I'm gonna do this because this will be a break in the video. So, welcome back, everybody except Cal for now.
He's Nixon.
Okay,
Nice.
so
Nice.
he's not missing anything necessarily super important. Just a very quick recap. You guys have just finished fighting through a cave of zombies and skeletons, and at the pinnacle here, a mysterious mage who... can you guys see the names of things with these tokens?
Nope.
You can't?
Like
This one right here, can you see what this is? Like,
Nope.
text? Okay.
no.
So it sounded like you guys were at least assuming that the mage that you just fought is Oreioth. As you guys approached him, he seemed to become taken over by some other force or being and grabbed a staff from the middle of the room and attacked you. You made fairly quick work of everything, but ended up finding out that this entire scenario sort of played out in a very similar way to the original adventure that Cal and Gert had. Or at least it had a lot of similarities and overlaps, and if you wanted to discuss those more, I say go for it as soon as I'm finished. The last noteworthy piece was this area in the back where there was a flash of light and the skull and spinal column of Oreioth went through after this detached voice was basically mocking you.
Yeah.
Oh, you also witnessed an image that the mage called the Eye, which was also associated with another detached voice. Now I'm done.
Well, we don't have anything other than that staff to prove that we've cleared this area out. I think all we can do now is report back and see what happens. See if they have anything else for us to do, if they know anything about this.
Oh,
Sounds like a good idea.
yeah. Agreed.
Did we want to check out the rest of the cavern, ensuring that no more of this magical things were happening here?
Yeah, should we go check the skeleton room and see if those are still there?
I mean, do you guys want to take a break first? Like a
Like
quick
short rest?
Yeah, just to,
Yeah.
you know.
I would appreciate it.
I think a short rest is a good idea.
Let's sit in this room and meditate on
And
I don't know what
let's
we've-
reflect on what we could have done better and what
Yeah.
we were good on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And while we all do that, I'm gonna sing Song of Rest real quick, which gives anybody
Oh.
who can hear me
Thank you.
a D6 if you need extra hit points.
Oh, that's
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
so-
assuming that counts on me as well, but I'm not 100%.
Song of Rest?
Yes. Or is that just everybody else?
I think it's everybody within 30 feet of you that you choose.
So you guys. And also that thing of arms, because I just really want to see what happens if it comes back alive.
We, it's been radiated
forgot.
and now it's getting healed back.
oh, wait, does
So-
can she heal herself?
She does heal herself, yes.
Great.
It is yourself included.
Sweet.
Cool.
This is only for those who are doing the hit dice thing.
Yeah.
My hit dice didn't get. Oh, because I have to hit the button. There we go. Awesome. I'm almost back up to full strength.
It's
Oh,
out
that's
of a
so
6.
cool.
Is.
Okay. I'll just.
Where?
And then,
Well, I used my regular hit dice because I was
Oh, okay.
down pretty low, so I did that. But then I'll take your additional D6 if it'll roll.
until I get to level 9, and then it gets higher, and so on and so forth.
Sick.
Alright, I just used that to get to max health. I
Same.
appreciate it.
I didn't have any damage, so.
Oh man.
Imagine
Nice.
not getting like bombarded with magic missiles.
I don't need to use your Song of Rest because I wasn't damaged.
Where do you see in D&D Beyond your hit dice?
At the very top, like above your hit points and stuff, there's a thing that says long rest, short rest. If you click short rest, you can
Okay.
choose however many dice you want to roll, and then there's the roll hit dice thing for beyond 20.
Alright,
Yeah, I
since
see
you're a
that. One
I
barbarian,
just rolled a 6 because that's what it told me to roll.
So,
you would roll a D1
You
or
got
2
it?
D12 depending. Yep.
okay. So is that, what did that do?
It rolled it over on roll 20. You got 14.
We got it over here.
Your hit dice.
You got.
Oh, so that's just the one.
Oh,
Yeah. That's just. You just rolled 1. Yeah. Wow.
wow.
You got a 12
You
again.
got max. That's
You got
amazing.
max
Yeah.
healing.
Oh my gosh.
And that's without the D6.
Which
That's
is good
like-
because I needed that. So, actually, I mean, I guess I can do that. So it's just a 1d6?
Mhm.
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh!
You get the whole 6 again?
Max.
Yo, Cal,
goodness.
can I get some of your rolls on Rognus, please?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, I could
Um,
use some of this for him.
So, do we regain our spell slots from short rests as well?
Not as a cleric.
Depends on your
now.
class. Clerics do not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like short rest and nothing happens, so I'm assuming I don't.
Um,
Did you make sure
and-
you confirmed it also?
And D&D Beyond will automatically take care of that for you. I want to say Warlocks regain all spell slots at a short rest, and I think Wizards regain some depending on their level.
Half of their levels. Number.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Okay.
I don't think anyone else regains spell slots at short rests.
Okay.
Wizards are
I think
wacky.
you're right.
Yeah. Wizards are silly. Did you figure out
Okay.
the short rest thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
All right.
Just gonna warm my hands up at the radiant fire of burning hands.
Oh, somebody wanted to check that out? Was
Oh,
somebody...
no, I
we
think
we
we already
did
lit it
that
on fire.
before. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. So are we shimmying towards the skeleton
skeleton
pit team?
Yes.
Are we
Cool.
stealthing this or are we just walking there?
Let's just walk it. We took care of the big bad. We got all our hit points back. Screw it. Let's just
I'm
go in.
confident.
Okay, so Gert's going
yeah, let's
first.
just stroll into a
yeah.
room full of skeletons. Alright.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm confident. We can
I'm
do
into it.
Alright,
Let's
let's
do
do
it.
this.
They might not be animated anymore because
Yeah.
it. Because the
Dude,
mirror, the thing is away. Can we just like skip to that center room or is
Yeah,
is
if
that
you
a-
wanna go to the center room, you can skip right there.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
no.
that's gonna be a lot easier than following the path.
Teleport.
Slowly shimmying everyone.
Like boom.
Ooh, lost it. Thank you.
Right,
Look back.
there we go. Okay, great. I did it.
Oh no,
I made
I'm
it.
lost in the dark. There we go. Roll 20.
Cool.
Okay, so wait, are we
That's
going
that's
back
actually
to,
my fault. I gotta fix the dynamic lighting. I just didn't do the settings right. So
No, it's
We
all
want to
good.
go to this like right section is where the skeletons
Yeah.
or skeleton friends were.
that's
Yeah,
where they were.
Right there.
Cool.
There we go.
You
I
guys
found
ready?
Hey guys.
Just emerges from the wall.
All right.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So I'm gonna be taking the lead here.
Good call.
I'm gonna
Uh,
stop right there.
I'll
What?
let you go in front of
Okay. I'm forgetting. Did you look in this room before, or did someone else?
Uh,
Gert and I looked in this room.
yeah.
Okay. Cal, all you see is several piles of bones.
Anything moving?
Nope.
Throw a rock at him again, Cal. Just to be safe.
Just for funsies.
Yeah.
I'm going in, since I can't, I guess, necessarily see them, I'm just gonna investigate the bones.
Okay.
Investigate the bones.
I follow
Roll
Cal.
an investigation check.
If I have.
Oof.
Okay. There.
I can help you with that if you want. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So you can roll at advantage then.
You want me to? Yeah, I guess if you would have done that, that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it one more time.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot better.
18 plus 2 for a dirty 20.
Okay. You see 3 in particular that are more concentrated than the rest of the scattering of bones. Don't freak out. You are not rolling initiative. I'm just going to point out that that's where they are, and but they are just piles of bones now. And Gert, now that you are here, you would recall all of these skeletons were intact, standing up when you peeked in before.
Yes, they were. Well, I think whatever was here has left everyone.
Hey.
I'm not feeling sick anymore. Or am I, Dungeon Master? Yeah, I'm not feeling sick anymore. And these were all standing up, and now they're all just kind of in pieces. So I think we're good to head back to town and figure out what we need to where we need to go from here.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Oh,
Right.
Good hustle, guys. We cleared this cave out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad we were able to put our heads together.
Oh my god. Oh.
Amazing.
I've only been sitting on that one for like a little bit.
All the giggles from Kristen Giggles, episode 2.
There we go.
all right.
Okay, so as you leave the cave, you are going to notice that there is an odd swirl of wind, and the sky is kind of dark. Judging time of day, this is sort of like later afternoon, early evening. But what it looks and feels like is almost like a storm is rolling in. You leave the cave, and as you start heading, I'm assuming you're just going to start heading back toward town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you start heading back, you would notice as you're sort of facing town, when your path turns that way, that the sky is perfectly clear. This almost stormy area seems to be like directly above you and maybe forward another half mile or so, and then south of you.
Wouldn't it be funny if we just fought a storm? That's in character.
How would you do that? I don't think I can throw a dagger at a storm. I don't think that does anything.
Well, I know you can't throw a dagger at a storm, but why is that's weird. I just pointed the wall of cloud in the sky, and then the contrast with the clear sky at Red Larch.
I mean, it doesn't really look like a good omen by any means.
Whirl, any insight? Not to stereotype, but you do have a connection. You are sort of.
I mean, not to brag, but I can hold my breath for a really long time.
Pretty cool.
True.
Yeah.
I am jealous of that.
Oh, legit. But yeah, it is wild. I don't know.
Whirl, I would allow you to make a perception check if you'd
Cool.
like to.
I will make
try
a
to
perception
glean
check.
Okay.
Once
And
I find perception.
Cal, what is your? Actually, never mind.
Okay.
Got a 13.
So Whirl, it's real windy.
Mm-hmm. It's whirlwindy. That was bad. I apologize.
It was good.
It was hard
It was
to
good.
say.
Cal, you would recall checking your pocket watch yesterday that you expected perfectly clear skies.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Actually, I'm going to, and I guess recalling that, let me take that out right now. And I'll flip it open and see what the orb says.
Okay. The orb is going to take a second and flicker in front of you and show the exact same thing it showed last night. A bright orange orb with the occasional puff of cloud. But that's it.
Have I I'm gonna like kind of hold it up and show everyone and kind of say, have I showed you all this before?
Nope.
Not that I
I
remember.
believe you pulled it out last night when we went to bed.
This is a gift that was given to me, almost sort of a retirement gift, if you will, and it's imbued with some druidic magic. The watch, as I open it, doesn't tell the time, but in this instance tells the weather. And from what I can see here, that, with what we see, does not match what the weather should be. This is indeed some sort of manifested incident.
So this isn't natural at all. That watch is always spot on with the weather.
As far as I can trust the druids that had gifted this to me, then yes, I absolutely trust them with all my all. They would not give me a defective trinket. This has always
Also,
been accurate.
Cal, yes, I was just going to say, in case you didn't say it on your own, to your knowledge, this has always been accurate.
DM, so I am assuming we are walking as we are having this conversation, correct, guys?
You can
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, I think you're
I
Right.
would like that to be correct.
So we are walking as we are having this conversation. As we walk, does this dark cloud stay over us, or does it stay over where we were?
Make a perception check.
I also forgot, did we get horses or
That is a 21.
You
Oh,
did
that's
not
a
get
natural
horses.
20.
You made a mental note of the stables in town, but you did not get horses.
Right. I just didn't. We're walking back, and the horses are just like.
Like
Gert,
it's
you would
wrong.
notice after 10 minutes, you're gonna take a look, and it is very clearly staying where it is.
Okay.
And then if you're going to discuss and walk farther, another 5 or 10 minutes or so, I'm going to use the same perception check. You would notice that the cloud, the wind behind you, instantly disappears.
Okay. Well, that's strange. I don't know what to make of that, guys.
Right.
Well, that was obviously not a good thing that that's happening.
Probably
If it's not natural.
Probably not.
I mean, if Cal's cool watch does weather stuff, and it's from a druid, does that mean that this weird cloud is also from a druid?
Maybe that could be a
I-
possibility.
Don't know. Theories, just throwing them out there.
Well, I don't know about you, why you were sent here or what you were given, but the Order of the Gauntlet told me that that dark omens in general were just appearing around, and I would say that an unnatural storm is not necessarily a good omen. So maybe
agree
we've
with that.
stumbled onto something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got nothing.
I don't know what else to-
I say,
Eh.
we sleep on it. Yeah.
I mean,
should
it's
we-
gone now.
Should we go back and talk to the constable today, or should we sleep on it and then talk to the constable tomorrow? What time is
I mean,
it?
what
What is
time
the
is it?
like
Yeah, what
general?
time
Yeah.
is it?
I'm gonna say you're halfway to town, and it's clearly evening. Like you
Cool.
maybe have a couple hours of time left before it would be a usual choice to find a place to sleep.
Cool.
Well, I know that you wanted to go to the orphanage. Did you want to make that trip alone, or would you like company?
I don't mind either way. If you want to come, you're welcome to.
Sure,
Let's go.
let's go.
Let's have
I love a
you
good
know,
orphanage.
our misfits.
I'm sure they're happy
Okay.
to have somebody that's happy to see them.
Heading straight to town.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys get closer to town, you are going to hear some ruckus, and it's getting dark outside, and you're seeing a lot of light from the center of town. And as you get closer, I gotta change this up. You hear a bunch of music.
Yeah.
The
Just
celebration.
made the bard happy.
Yeah, you did.
Are
Are you kidding? This bard is down to clown.
Yeah.
Have
Okay.
a performance competition with
Yeah.
whoever else is playing music.
I
That'd be
need
real.
to.
It's gonna get lit.
Okay, in the center, you're gonna head into the center of town. I gotta find a token for you guys, but like right at the intersection of Cairn Road and the Long Road, you're going to hear a loud festival seeming to
love
happen right in the middle of the town. There seem to be hundreds of people here, gathered around a series of tents and carts.
Carnival.
It's a festival,
The same
y'all.
character.
Woo!
I want to start walking over closer to the carts.
Okay, sorry.
Woodcraft.
Super cool.
I'm gonna pull my dulcimer out and just start strumming along with everybody.
All right,
Yes.
nice.
I hear music.
Free bird.
I love it. Okay. So are you guys just like generally approaching?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do want to do one thing as I approach. I want to start picking up rocks, and as I pick up rocks, I imbue each of them with light and start juggling them.
Oh,
That's
okay.
awesome.
Make a dexterity check at advantage. because
Yay,
I love the creativity behind this. And Whirl, let's have you make a performance check at advantage.
Did you say dexterity check?
Yes.
How
Not
do
a
I
save
do
it
it at
check.
advantage?
Okay.
Just roll it twice.
Yeah, just roll
Oh,
it
okay.
twice.
Performance?
Yes.
Neither one. Got a 4 and a 1.
I have a 15, and that's not even all.
But wait, there's more.
My other one was a 17.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Taryn, you have a few glowing rocks, but you picked up 2 or 3 too many, and you're trying to juggle like 7 rocks right now, and you end up dropping like 3 of them. You're able to hold on to a few at least, so you can sort of keep going. But now you have glowy rocks sort of around your feet. And Whirl. So all of you would have noticed this sort of a little bit about Whirl before, but it's now accentuated, and if it wasn't clear before, it would be clear now. She kind of has this, I'm going to call it an aura around her that makes it always look like there's a little breeze. So her clothing seems to kind of wisp, and her hair, when it's down, it seems to kind of almost float a little bit. Not flying around like it's in a whirlwind, but this general little wisp.
I have Beyonce wind.
Exactly. That is exactly what I was imagining.
I'm a survivor.
You have a light version of Beyonce wind.
Yeah.
As you play, it's almost as if your weight gets cut in half, and your body just really perks up, and this swirl around you picks up even more and seems to kind of like ebb and flow with the music that you play. And people gathered around the tents now start looking at you, and they're like, "Oh, whoa, that's so cool!" And they start gathering around you guys. And as you get closer to one of the carts in here, you hear a pop and like a snap of fingers. And I'm dead serious when I say this. I bought a jester hat for this.
Oh.
And I'm so mad to say that it was supposed to be here like 3 days ago, and it's not here.
It sucks so hard.
So you guys gotta imagine.
I have a thing.
You have to imagine that I have a jester hat, but not like. Oh, go ahead, Taryn.
Big money, no whammies. Let's do this.
I thought I had a hat, but I think I can't work because it's at home.
Oh no!
I'm really bad. No, it's not there.
Oh, bummer.
Okay.
So, we're gonna have to imagine. I didn't want to delay this just because I didn't have the hat, so we can theater of the mind enough to say that I Justin or Juice, the DM, have like this big gold and green jester hat. Okay. And it's very unlike the one you guys saw in the cave. It's not tattered and torn and ripped up. It is like, it's blinged out, okay? It's got little gems around it.
Yeah, it is.
And this short little man just like poof right in the air in front of you, and he goes, "Hello!
Oh.
Welcome to Flesters, Witflicks, and Shenaniganizations." He's like dancing and as he's talking to you guys. Are you here for the celebration?
Of course.
Obviously.
I mean, yeah.
This is
Yes.
fantastic.
Woo! Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We are celebrating wedding today.
A wedding.
Oh.
Cute.
Hey.
Yeah.
I am a ceremony cantrip.
Oh, okay.
Can I help these beautiful people? You can perform a special religious ceremony that is infused with magic.
That's sick.
Okay.
And
Amazing.
Choose one of these. Okay, atonement.
wedding! Hey, look! There's a wedding on here.
What?
Oh wow, there really is.
It's at the end.
Awesome.
Okay, so just to be clear, you would be actually wedding the people that you touch. So
I'm for it. Yeah.
You're like kicking out this like
Officiant?
Like, yeah, you're like,
What? Where is this?
Maybe they don't have an officiant. Maybe they're just doing a hand passing.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe I'm not kicking out the officiant. I am just adding a
You're just offering your
beautiful
service.
extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Play a floaty dulcimer. It's gonna get real.
so you don't know who the marriage is for at this point, and this guy is just like appeared in front of you. But I will say, I already had the diamond here. Why do I have another one? Whoops. Not to poop on your party, but I'm gonna let you do something anyway with this. This would be like culturally speaking, you would recognize this as more like a reception. This is after.
Oh. Okay.
This is the party.
they're already
Okay.
wed.
Yeah. But I will let you use the wedding cantrip for doing other things if you want to add to the frivolity and celebration.
Actually, it's not a cantrip. It's a first level spell, but I don't
okay.
care. I'm for it. I have a spell slot. We're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can still bless these people.
I can still bless these people.
So after a few seconds and seeing this guy just like pop out in front of you, if you want to talk to him, you can. But you would immediately also notice. So you'd notice several carts and tents sort of in a circle around this entire intersection, and you see this, hey, and then like 3 seconds later, off to your right, you hear a, hey, and then off to your left, and another one off to your left, you hear, hey, hey. This guy seems to be in 18 different places at the same time, sort of giving the same spiel to several groups of people all at the same time around this area.
What was his introduction again?
He said, welcome to Flisters, Witflicks, and Shenaniganizations.
Nice.
Flister. That's his name is Flister?
Why, yes, I am Flister. Who are you?
Frantically trying to hide my horns. I'm Taryn. Hello.
Oh, there's no need to be shy here, Taryn. Wink.
I'm Gert. And where is the happy couple?
Oh, yes, the couple. Where did they go? And he's gonna be looking around like, oh shit, I was supposed to keep track of that. And
Where'd they go?
he'll look toward the middle and say, "Oh, look!" You'll notice upon looking more that everything is in a perfect circle around the intersection, and there is a small group of people in the middle. You guys will see two distinctly dressed people, one human man and one human woman. The man is dressed in the finest dark blue garbs that you have ever seen. He has seemingly perfectly cut hair and a luscious beard.
Nice.
And the biggest smile that you've ever seen on anyone. And then you look to her, and she is a tall, modest woman wearing a bright white dress that seems to be flowing behind her no matter where she's going, and even if she stands still. And they're both just beaming. It's very clear that it's these two, and they seem to be kind of floating around between different small groups of people in the middle of this circle, dancing and playing. And as you see this, Flister is going to say, "This is the happy couple. They mean so much to me. I love them so much. They've done so much for me. They hired me and funded my business so that I could help them today."
That's lovely.
That's amazing. As I say that, I'm gonna turn around and cast. Are there candles around? Like, are there places? Like, is this lit with candlelight or with lantern?
You would see basically at the four corners of the intersection, you would see small bonfires, and that's basically all the light that's needed, other than the light coming from the buildings in the immediate area.
I'm going to like throughout this celebration, I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and kind of brighten the fire that the wed couple is closest to.
Nice.
That's
Adorable.
cool.
Okay, as you guys are sort of exploring and looking around, this guy seems to be sort of following you. You haven't really gone far, but he's going to continue and say, "It is my job to make sure you all have great fun tonight. What would you like to do? Play games?"
Oh.
What
Really?
kind of games are there?
Yeah.
Oh, I have games of chance and danger, and I have games of art and music, and ooh, he looks right at you, Kel, and says, "Test of strength. Ooh, perhaps a card trick." Oh, it's like explodes his deck of cards out of his hands, like out of nowhere, and he's like fumbling around. Oh, was it? Oh, we didn't do that. Oh, okay. Well, I have all choices available.
Oh my
I'd like
goodness.
to play a game of music and art. What do you have for me?
Okay, he's going to snap his fingers, and poof, you'll see a pan flute appear in both of his hands. And he's going to fold his legs under himself and be floating in the air directly in front of you, holding it near his mouth with like big bulgy eyes like, "Okay, I'm ready."
Okay.
You want to do anything specific?
Oh, so he has two of them? Am
No,
I
just
supposed to
one.
grab it? Oh, yeah, he has one?
Just one.
I
Yeah.
have a pamphlet. I feel like I have a pamphlet.
Can I join you in this?
Do
Do you
it.
want backup?
Yes. You know what? I'm partial to my dulcimer, so I'm just gonna start playing a song on my dulcimer
Okay.
at him while he's holding his pan flute and just see what happens.
Okay. Make a performance check at advantage. Nice. Okay, so you're going to start the very beginning of a tune you're very familiar with from home.
It's called Free Bird.
Free Bird, okay.
It was requested earlier, so it's about me leaving tomorrow.
Dang it, I'm not a smoker anymore.
You know, I'm happy that it was that and not Here's Wonderwall.
Okay, so you're going to start playing the song, and he's going to be looking at you like, "Oh, huh, oh," and then a few measures in, he'll start playing with you,
Okay.
and you already did that. Okay. Everyone within about 40 feet of you is going to immediately turn. They're like completely entranced by what you guys are doing.
Sure.
And you end up playing Freebird as a duet almost perfectly.
Incredible.
You would all notice, like, Whirl, you are having the grandest time of your life, and all of you would notice this sort of majestic swirl of energy around her. Her clothes are floating around in the most majestic way possible. Her hair is sort of going back and forth, almost as if it's conducting. It's wonderful.
Yes.
As you finish, he's going to snap his hands, his pan flute disappears, and he goes, "Oh yes, wonderful, wonderful, more games, yes?"
You mentioned games of chance.
Oh, yes, game of chance. He'll snap his fingers again, and you'll have like a small table appear in front of you with 5 6-sided dice. And he will explain, "Roll the dice, keep the ones, roll again. High number wins." So here's how this is going to work. You are going to roll 5d6s.
So,
The only time you want them low.
watch, I'm gonna get all 6s. Right. Boom. Actually, not
Oh!
that.
That's 2. Okay, so now you get to keep your ones and roll again. So you can roll
So,
2d6.
2d6.
Yes.
Okay. Boop. Can I hit the slash on my keyboard? Thank you. Boop. No, that's just roll 26.
Oh, one more. Roll again.
Just the one this time?
Uh-huh.
Five.
Oh, we are out. Oh. 4. Yes. 3.
Three.
Totally in character.
Taryn just looks down at the dice and like is trying to like recount ones.
My turn. Okay, he gets 2. And then another one. And then 4. Oh! Ties!
It's a tie.
We love ties! It means everybody win! Yes! Would you like more games?
What else
I'll
you
play
got?
the game. Yeah.
The other two we had were Challenge of Strength and Battle of Wit.
Ooh. I think I'm down for that wit, kind sir.
Okay. He's going to pull out cards. And I'm just going to put this into D&D. He says, Blackjack. Doesn't actually exist in D&D, but we're going to do it. In a way. So we're going to represent this in a way with die rolls. You're going to roll a D10 to see what kind of card you get.
Okay. I will do that.
Great.
A D10. That is a 3.
Okay, you show a 3 and he shows a 5.
Okay.
Do you want to continue? Do you know how to play blackjack? I guess I should have asked that.
Yeah, it's just closest to 21, right?
Basically, without going over.
Yeah.
I'm happy I
Hitting.
didn't pick this one.
Okay,
That's
roll
a
another.
two.
5.
Okay, so you are at
12.
5 and he's at 12.
Oh, he was
Okay.
12.
I'm gonna go again. Oh, okay.
6.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are we counting that as an ace?
We're just doing 1 through 10 straight up.
Oh.
Okay. I was like, because that could
Just-
be 11.
Just to
or
keep it
1.
easy for me.
I've been thinking.
Okay, so he's gonna risk it.
I've been to the Vegas airport.
Nice. That's the favorite. This
Okay,
last seems fine.
so he's at 14 and you are at what, 6?
7.
7.
7. Okay.
11.
Now at 11.
Okay, at this point he's gonna look at you and go, uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
I will hold. And then he's gonna like look at you in anticipation.
What is he at?
14.
Okay.
Ooh, 18 now.
Nice.
Oh no!
That's a win!
Okay, he's gonna go.
Hey!
Oh, he would have been able to do it. But yes, you win! And then he's gonna snap his fingers and poof, mustache appears on his face.
Oh my god!
That's really good.
The prop.
That's amazing! That's the best prize ever!
Jesus, I can't keep it together. He's gonna say, Listener enjoys winners at the gambling, yes. Fun games, yes. More! And he's gonna look right at you, Cal.
Wrestle him.
Give a stern look
She
to
coughs in
my
the back.
party, and I am going to let me remind everyone that we are here on official business. We have a job to do. We need to stay focused.
Oh, stop being such a stick in the mud,
As
Cal.
he says
It's
that,
a wedding.
as you say that, Cal, Flister is going to snap his fingers again, and he's going to appear right in front of you, sitting in the air, with his arms crossed, and go, "We are here on important business. We play games. Celebrate tonight." Poof. And his lips engorge. Oh, look at the big, strong man. He do strength game for me, yes? And he's going to clap his hands together, and you will see a massive log appear standing straight up and down in front of you, and a great large hammer floating in the air in front of it. Attached to the log is going to be another log sticking straight out, but slightly off of the ground, with a stone platform attached to the top of it. And he's just going to look at you and go,
So, okay, so this is... What exactly does he want to do with this? Is this just to pick up the hammer kind of a thing? And
it's like the slam the hammer, try to ding the bell sort of thing.
That's what I thought.
All right, well, I am going to crack everything. Kind of do some stretches. I'm gonna say, I suppose part of being focused also includes some fun and relaxation. And he'll give kind of like a little curl. And I'm actually going to rage.
Oh, nice. We'll call it a happy rage.
It's good. It's a joyful rage.
Joyful rage.
But I'm going to use that to grab the hammer then and take a crack at it.
Okay. As you grab the hammer, you're very well versed in usage of all types of weapons. You grab this thing like pumped up and ready to go. Like, this is gonna be great. And even so, you would expect this thing to have some weight to it. It feels like you're holding a stick. Roll a strength check at advantage twice.
Oh.
Strength check at advantage twice.
4 strength checks.
Okay.
We're gonna take the highest number out of 4.
Great, and that's just plain strength. Okay, so strength 1,
Awesome.
strength 2,
Oh, that's not so awesome.
strength 3, strength 4.
That's funny.
Nice. All right, you grab this thing, and everybody. This is almost like in slow motion. He's gonna do like a full-on Hulk thing. Grab the hammer and just poof. And at the moment it hits, you almost see the arm like break off of the base of the log, and instead of like a little rock going up and hitting a bell, you actually see the entire log fly up into the air. And it's just shooting up into the air, and all of you are like, "What the heck?" And Flickwick's just sitting there with his arms crossed, like,
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna go, all right, I'm warmed up now. Let's have this strength contest.
Amazing.
That is what Flitwick likes. And he's going to snap his fingers again, and the log comes flying straight down again until just before it lands in its original spot. Roll 4 more.
Oh god.
Amazing.
I said Flitwick. I meant Flister. That's his name. Flister's
Well, his last
Whitwick's.
name is Whitwick.
Leave it to me to screw up my own screwy name.
4.
Oh.
Really? 12 is your highest? I mean, like, it's still pretty good. It's better than I
Really
can do.
Okay. Cal, something weird happens. You feel a little bit less confident in this second swing, but halfway through at like the apex, at the very top, you feel this surge of energy out of nowhere. The rest of you are watching Flister right behind him, just like... And this thing, like, he was taking a good hearty slam, but he just seems to have this unnatural burst in the second half, and the entire thing shatters beneath the log. The log goes flying up in the air again, and you hear this, and the largest display of fireworks you've ever seen explodes out of this log. The entire crowd around you cheers at this display, and now name's Taryn, if you would like.
Yep.
He's now looking at you eagerly as if to play another game, and I apologize, I'm just realizing I only came up with 4 games. So
I'm gonna.
we might have
after
to
that
repeat.
happens, though, I'm gonna be like, yes, more, and then like kind of realize and just kind of and like put down the hammer and.
Well,
It looks like you know, you were the one who also didn't want to have too much serious time.
Taryn, did you want to play one of those games, or do we want something else?
Gert, did you get to play?
I was gonna say Gert hasn't played anything yet.
well, no, but
Wait,
I was
what?
gonna. Yeah, I haven't played anything yet, but I was gonna use my
Go marry
time
some
to
people.
go like bless some people. So
Oh, that's right.
I was.
How
fine
did
with
I
everybody-
lose track? Did we?
Because we did.
We just
did
had
the
Blister come
blackjack.
over.
Who
Do
played?
some
Who
shit.
played blackjack?
Is
I did.
We just played, yeah.
Is okay, and
Dice
Cal
is
just
Taryn.
did that.
I did dice.
yeah.
Oh,
Dice
Taryn
is
did
Taryn.
dice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I sang Freebird.
I kept track of the wrong people. So Gert, you're the only one who hasn't done something, right?
Yeah.
Would you
So
like
I'm
to
gonna
do
go
something?
and- I was gonna ask him if I could, if he could introduce me to the happy couple.
All right. Ooh, yes. It may be short, but I think so. And he's going to just grab you by the arm and start skipping along in the air. You would have noticed by now he is a halfling, so he is
That's right.
very short compared to all of you. So in order to be at your level, he's kind of floating about 3 feet. His feet are about 3 feet off the ground, and he grabs your arm and just starts skipping along in the air toward them and says, "This is the happy couple. Please meet Sangor and Polback." And Sangor's the man.
Yeah.
Sangor
Sing Gore.
and-
I hardly know Gore.
And Cal, I hope you notice what I did with that name, and Tolback in a different way. I hope you notice what I did with that name. May take a bit, but that's okay.
I see it. I see it. Oh. Oh, you're cute.
It's trickerous.
Oh.
So he introduces you to them.
Hi guys. Would you guys be all right if I gave you a blessing?
Well, of course.
Great.
And
So-
they sort of look at each other and give a loving smirk and await what you would like to do.
I'm going to cast ceremony.
Okay.
And I mean, it doesn't like it
Plus
gives
2
them a
bonus
2
to
plus.
AC.
I'm
When
gonna
when
say
they're near each other.
so. I'm gonna say that you can fully customize whatever you want this to be, because obviously this doesn't really
Yeah.
apply
Yeah.
all that much anymore. But yeah. It fits. So role play it. Go for it.
So I would just like to give you two a blessing of luck and prosperity for the rest of your lives together. And hope that you two have just a wonderful, easy marriage.
What did I do? Sangor is going to hold a hand out to you. One hand. And one hand out to his wife, and she will take his second hand, and she will hold her other hand out also to you.
Yes. So, yeah, I just sort of give them both a little squeeze, and I I feel like there's just a soft glow that emanates from me and like into all of our entwined hands. Yeah, and then I release.
Okay, before you
That last
release,
thing.
I'm gonna add a little bit,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
You feel this, you feel and see this sort of glow, and then you're going to feel a slight little surge of the like extra energy. Okay, and you're going to feel it pulse through your right hand coming from her, and then out your left going to him. And you'll feel this sort of circular vibe, this really positive energy, and then it manifests outwardly as a more intense glow than even you expected. And both of them will look straight up in the air, and you'll just feel kind of compelled to do the same, and you'll feel their thumbs sort of shift, almost as if they're snapping their fingers. And out of the center of you, you'll see this solid pillar of bright blue light that also explodes in the air into just this cacophony of colors and shapes, and some of them will take the form of animals that'll rain down onto the ground and sort of prance around with a bunch of the kids, and you'll come back to the ground. And at this point, all of you will have my version of inspiration. For the next day, you will have 2 opportunities to roll anything at advantage that you choose. And that is our little D&D in-game wedding celebration for out of character Cal and Gert.
Yay! That's so cute.
Thanks, Juice.
You are welcome. I enjoyed doing the little character thing with these guys.
Yeah.
Oh man. So this celebration is going to be going well into the night. And after you guys continue going around and looking at, checking out the people and the entertainment and seeing Flister 17 different times, you will notice the Constable walking up to you. And unlike everyone else, he has a pretty stern and serious look on his face.
DM, real quick, I just wanted to say, after this fireworks show, Karen looks at everybody celebrating and casts light on his horns and his tail.
Nice.
And tries to, wave his tail around as much as possible while moving his hair back behind his horns.
Okay.
Nice.
As you do that, you're going to notice actually several human children. They're gonna look at you wide-eyed, like, "Whoa, this is so cool!" And then they're gonna run up to you and start trying to get. "Oh, is that real? Can I touch it?" They're kind of clamoring to get to you.
I'm gonna stand there and let them climb me
Okay, if you're gonna take it, I'm gonna say they end up just kind of completely overtaking you and sort of almost wrestling you to the ground, totally playfully, and they're kind of grabbing at you like, "Oh my god, it is real! I've never seen this before." You would all notice that this is overwhelmingly human population. A stark contrast from you guys. And Taryn, yes, you have been in character very shy about you at this point. But it would be very abundantly clear now in this setting that nobody seems to be really looking at you funny at all, especially in this town. As this is happening, the Constable will be walking up to you guys and sort of look over at the pile that is now Taryn and say, "Well, he seems to be loosening up. May I speak with you?"
Yeah.
He's going to slip a note to you, Cal. but in like a sleight of hand sort of way, like he's just going to shake your hands, shake your hand, and he'll say, "I'm glad you made it back."
We are indeed happy to return.
This whole celebration was not expected, but fairly common. This is a major destination between major cities, after all. But it is poorly timed. I'll need you guys to come see me tomorrow morning as soon as possible, if you can.
We shall.
Will be.
And he's-
If I notice this, I'm just gonna stick a thumbs up through the pile of children.
Yep.
That's very good.
Okay. Is there anything else you would want to say to him? Because he would basically end there and start continuing on his way.
Is it something we could talk about tonight?
Are you asking him that?
Yes.
He would
No.
quietly shake his head.
We shall rest and prepare a debriefing for you in the morning.
Very good. And he'll continue walking sort of around the caravan and back toward basically toward his butcher shop / home where you met him.
I'm going to kind of take the note and kind of sneak it into a pocket or something like that, very, very casually.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Is it still early enough to visit this orphanage for this evening, or shall we just go and get some rest?
It's early enough that you would have time.
But also, it's a party.
Not all of us have to go.
I mean, I'm fine. I could go either way. I could hang out here and keep playing, other songs akin to, but not actually, Freebird, or I could, go with Is for the Orphanage.
All right, let's go to the orphanage.
Wow.
I mean,
There's nothing like that tone at okay,
Whoa.
let's go to the Orphanage.
considering I was the one who was like, I love a good orphanage.
I mean, as the person who initially wanted to go to the orphanage, if you guys want, there is a party going on right now. You can stick around. Orphanage isn't going anywhere, hopefully. So,
Hopefully?
What
No.
happened to this orphanage?
Secret
I
plot
don't
to
want
destroy the
anything-
orphanage.
bad to happen. I'm just saying that this party is temporary. The orphanage has been there for a very long time and will probably continue to be.
Hey, I hope these kids keep getting abandoned.
I out of character, I don't know if you're actually recalling it like this or not. So I do just want to make sure, not once did I call it an orphanage.
It is a boarding house.
It is a boarding house.
Not once did I call it an orphanage.
And if there are orphans, that is likely where they would be.
Okay.
It's an orphanage. They just don't want to have the embarrassment of saying that they have a baby.
This,
They don't
Yes,
wanna
you're
be like,
abandoned children
children
here.
box. Yeah.
I am just clarifying that, like, you don't actually know anything yet. I'm just clarifying out of character what was actually said.
Perfect.
You know, guys, they're probably all here. Like,
Yeah.
so let's, let's hang out, enjoy our evening, and tomorrow morning we'll be ready and rearing to go
Sounds good.
after the hangover. Someone should fix that. But
You're the life cleric.
I am a life cleric. I should fix that for all of us in the morning. Yeah. So I'm sort of imagining the like montage of us like drinking and playing more games. And then like it's nighttime.
Mhm.
Sure.
Probably
I
at
think
one
we'll
Fun
point.
wedding montage.
Yeah, super fun wedding montage for sure. At one point, will during the festivities, will kind of duck off into an alley, change herself to look like one of her friends back home, who was like a dancer. So she'll go do that. It's like a human woman, darker skin, flowing brown hair, kind of like up in a half braid. She's gonna go like find maybe like a cart that has like fun sashes and stuff, and kind of drape herself in that, and then just go dance with people for a little bit.
Nice. I like it.
And Whirl is gonna just continue, wandering around playing her dulcimer. Other random Leonard Skinner hits, maybe throw Bob O'Reilly in there, like just for good measure. We have no idea.
Awesome.
Love it.
Nice.
Gosh.
I will find some sort of tankard or something to drink, and I am going to find just a dark corner, not like too terribly dark, but like kind of far enough away from everybody else that I am not as much as I can hide, essentially, as the big dragonborn that I am. I'm going to find a place to kind of hide and read the note.
Okay. You're going to find basically a large table outside that looks very much like a bar would, sort of just like the bar top itself. And several people, you would actually recognize a couple, would be serving up tankards of beer out from very large barrels that are sort of just outside the center of this circle as well. Several of the people serving you would not recognize, and there are a bunch of people at the bar, grabbing tankards at a time. You would notice one particularly inebriated-looking orc, adorned in a lot of armor and serious-looking weapons, to you at least, who's clearly having a little bit too good of a time. Not really causing any trouble, but sort of flopping around a little bit. And then you wanted to find someplace private-ish to read the note?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The note says, "Eyes and ears everywhere. I'm being deceived."
After reading that, I am going to give me a second. So after reading that, I'm going to kind of, I guess, crumple it up in my hand. Do I see any torches anywhere?
There are the small bonfires around the corners of the intersection that you're at.
I'm going to walk past and sort of try and just drop it in one of the bonfires.
Okay. No check needed. You do that.
And I'll just kind of, keep on going, casually drinking and moving along.
Is Taryn able to see that orc that's, bouncing around a lot?
Generally no. It sounded like Cal kind of went off on his own at least for a minute, and the rest of you would have been far enough away that you just see this amalgamation of people and activities and music and everything's happening around you. Anything else you guys would like to do in particular?
No, I'm good.
Calling it a night? Are you
Calling it a night.
One little thing, this isn't going to be a lot, but at some point during me trying to climb out of the Mountain of Children, I'm going to do one last trick, and I'm going to use Thaumaturgy again, and make my eyes change different colors.
Okay.
Cool.
So all the kids around you are gonna have this like refreshed sense of awe at you, and they're gonna be like, "How do you do that? Oh my God, can you do it again?"
I do it, but in the reverse order, and say, this is just a trick that I've had for a while. Maybe if you study magic, you'll be able to do it too. And I
Oh man, that's so cool! Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. But yeah, with that same sigh, he just says, "Yeah, I guess it is," and rubs one of them on the head and kind of walks to try to find the rest of the group.
Cute.
I like it.
Well, he's gonna run back to like this blob of people and go, "Mom, Mom, I want to learn how to do magic eyes. Mom, teach me how to do magic eyes."
Yeah, you just bought yourself a new life, Cleric. So.
All right.
All right.
Shall we hit the same inn we hit last night?
The swinging
Yes.
sword, I believe, is what it was.
No.
Yes.
Oh, the music
The
quiets
party
down.
immediately stopped.
Sorry, that was a abrupt ending of the party.
Party's over,
Yeah.
guys.
And
There's a hard out by 10. Hard out by 10.
roll initiative. We gotta fight the married couple.
Dang
Okay.
it, and I just gave them +2.
Bless them, yeah.
Plus 2 armor class. Ooh.
Surprise.
Joke's on you. They were the bad guys the whole time.
What?
Whoa.
None of us ran. Words are hard. We didn't even see if anyone was a bad guy.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. I have cards all around me.
Funny. That was good. That's so good.
That was my little prop gig for this campaign. The
Fun, I like that.
Very good.
I highly approve.
Awesome.
I like genuinely started to tear up. That was awesome.
Great. Yeah.
Great. I'm glad you guys are having fun with this. I'm fucking loving doing this so far. It's great. So you're turning in for the night. As you get to the inn, you'll notice there's like a minimum of people. It's basically like one person at the bar kitchen area, and a couple people sort of cycling in and out. You can pretty much tell that the people cycling in are heading straight to rooms, and very few people are heading out. So it's pretty much calming down as you guys get in here. I'm gonna get ahead of this ball and say if you hear anything that sounds creepy, that's not intentional. I just like on the fly tried to find some nighttime sounds.
We're not
Nothing's
gonna
happening.
go back outside and initiative some dire wolves or anything.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Forgot about the surprise dire wolf.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, dire wolf.
Nice. So, did we buy the room for only a night or
I think so,
a
yeah.
week? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the innkeeper and say, another night, please, good sir.
Okay. 1 silver, please. You had the large room, correct?
Correct.
1 silver.
Okay. I have
I'm
that
also
somewhere.
I'm also going to approach and just say after you get done with the rooms, can you get us a drink for everyone here?
Absolutely, and he'll sort of turn around, and you can tell that the area around him has been mostly stripped. You'd presume for the festivity outside, so they're at least part of the service area that Cal went to outside. So he's kind of working with minimums, but he doesn't really miss a beat. Pours you all a tankard of ale, and says, "It's on the house tonight."
Thanks.
Thank you.
Do you have change for a gold? For the room?
Of course. Then he'll hand back your, what is it, 9?
9 silver.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Okay. So, remove a gold. 9
And add
silver.
9.
Great. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, good sir.
Pleasure is mine.
Karen is trying his first alcoholic beverage.
Do you say that in character?
Sure. Yep.
Love it.
The barkeep's just gonna have this kind of smirk, like, yeah.
Are we all gonna choose Taryn for
Yeah.
his newly minted alcoholic adult self?
Hey!
Clinky.
All right.
Let's just
Well.
go ahead and do a con saving throw real quick.
Well, you wouldn't be drunk yet.
Oh, it's not that. Okay.
May your hangovers be light, just like you're a cleric.
Nice.
Aww.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
I love the puns.
Great.
Yeah, so Gert is gonna take down her beer and then head up to bed. Unless there was anything that folks wanted to chat about before we hit the hay.
Good.
Pardon me. Did any of us see Cal get the note, or did we not see that?
None of you would have seen that. It would have looked like a genuine handshake to all of you.
Cool.
Right. Well, then Gert's gonna go to bed.
I think Whirl is also gonna go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid party. It is now Betty time.
Yeah.
Sleeps.
All partied out.
Okay, so the party outside does go well into the evening, but calms down plenty so that you are able to manage a long rest without issues. Is there anything specific that anybody would have wanted to do on their own before sleeping or immediately upon waking up before you all get together again?
I have questions.
Actually, you're in the
about,
same room. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Questions about the wand.
Okay.
So it's words are hard. How many charges were already on it when we received it?
Make an investigation check.
Cool.
You would have been able to tell that it was about. Actually, no. I'm gonna roll that back.
Okay.
You are. Let's say you spend an hour sort of attuning to it. I'm gonna say in massive air quotes. You're studying it. You would understand the full effect of what it can do, and in character, it was half tapped. It says 7,
cool.
So we're gonna say it was at 3.
Cool. That was all I wondered.
Okay. Anything else from anybody?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm good.
So you wake up well rested and ready to go. So you do finish a long rest if you can do that on your character sheets.
Yeah,
Yay.
love that button. It's so
As you
satisfying.
as you come down to the main area after your rest, everything seems to be like right back to normal, at least in here. All the tables and chairs are sort of back where they were on your first visit, and the bar seems to be sort of stocked back up. There are people in the dining drinking area, sort of partaking in breakfast, and everything is kind of back to normal.
All right.
So what are we doing today, guys? Yeah.
What do you want to do today?
Well, I don't
I
know.
don't know what do you want to do today?
I mean, I do believe we have a date with the constable. I know Cal seems to still be sleeping in.
Is that what that was? You guys were arranging a meeting over
Yes,
there?
we're gonna go. Do you want to like run past our notes, or like what? Like, we all remember what happened, but I guess compare notes is what I meant about what happened last night, yesterday
At the cave?
quarry. Yeah.
We killed a bunch of zombies. We saw Finding Name. We saw Oreioth.
Oreioth. That was his name.
Yes. We saw Oreioth curled up in a fetal
that was
position.
Oreioth, right?
Yeah, we're assuming because he's like the only full dude there.
Cool.
We saw Oreioth curled up in that fetal position, and then he attacked us with the staff that you have now.
Yes.
That's a good point, though. Should we show
Him the
the
staff.
constable the staff? Yeah.
Is there a safe place to put it?
It is fairly large. It's
Okay.
like a 5-foot long staff. So you would have been carrying it around on you unless you were trying to hide it in any way, but
Right.
nobody really gave you a second glance. In fact, I will retcon enough to say you would have seen other people with similar adornments
Okay.
throughout the evening last night.
Is there probably nowhere we can exactly store it unless we like hide it in the bushes outside, like before we go in, or do we just give it up and say like, hey, we found this thing, but it's ours now?
I could just buy us another room for the night, and then we could just leave it there.
It's not a bad idea.
As they're talking about this stuff, though, I'm gonna like go up to the door and just kind of like open it, take a peek, and look, like check out and around.
Mm-hmm.
Is the room like adjacent to other rooms? Remind me of the layout again.
Oh, you're having this conversation in the room still.
Yes.
Okay, I apologize. I thought you would have. Okay, so I'm gonna rewind that a bit. You didn't see anything downstairs because you haven't gone downstairs yet. So you will notice. So the layout is kind of like a T up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where the stairs come up and then kind of circle back onto short hallways on either side, and there's one long hallway, with only 5 doors, including yours, and the other 4, Cal, are all propped open, just a little bit, and I'll need you to make an investigation check, or perception. Sorry, I think it ends up being the same. But...
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
17.
you notice the other 4 doors propped open, and it's almost as if they're all propped open exactly halfway.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at the rooms that are like adjacent to ours.
Okay.
And see if there's anybody in them.
There is nobody in either of the 2 closest rooms.
Okay. Upon confirming that, I'll walk back, but I'll let them kind of talk a little bit more and assume that that's happening while I'm checking out everything.
Mm-hmm. Anything you 4 wanted to discuss while he's sort of Cal is like checking out other areas.
Sure.
Not really talking much to you guys.
Moral, I think that it would be best if you kept the staff on you at all times
Cool.
until we can either find a place that we know without a doubt is secure.
hmm
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to at least drape it in some, extra stuff.
You're gonna try to like wrap it in like some kind of fabric or curtain.
Yeah, so it just looks like a staff and not, something that's glowing in blue.
Right.
Cool. Do we want a specific game plan going in there, or are we just gonna talk to him like we did last time?
What was the conversation we had? I just saw you guys talking out of the corner of my eye.
Right. I think last time it was mostly Cal. He kind of led the charge, if you will, on speaking to the constable.
Didn't he?
How you doing this morning, Cal?
By this time, I'll be back in. I'll shut the door. And, may I ask one of the magic users to see if you can sense or feel any magical presence around this room?
I'll do an Arcana check
I will as well.
if DM will let me.
An Arcana check would be more along the lines of seeing if something specific, like an item or an effect that happened, is magical. In order to sense magic around you, you would need something more specific than that.
I
have a question.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I have a question because clerics prepare their spells daily, correct?
Yes.
And I was going to see if I could prepare detect magic for today.
I've already done it.
Oh.
Literally, as soon as we did our
Ooh.
long rest, I was like, done.
We didn't
I
even
need this
plan
one.
that.
Detect
Ooh.
magic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Get it.
Good call.
We didn't even plan that.
Great minds.
All right. So I'm going to cast detect magic.
Okay, and that's a 30-foot radius, right?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot when you do that. It does. Okay.
It's
Sure,
one
I think-
action concentration for up to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I not seeing something? Do I have to roll something?
Nope, it's
No,
just
you
concentration,
just-
10 minutes. If you enter the space or anything enters your space within 30 feet of you that is magical, you would sense it.
Okay.
And then if you can see where the ping is coming from, it would have an effect that you'd be able to see exactly where it's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you only get 2 pings. You can sense 2 magic auras of magic. One of them is clearly on Califras's person. And then the other is very clearly where the staff is.
Okay. Cal, we're safe. We're good.
Not quite completely, I'm afraid. The constable slipped me a note last night that read, "Eyes and ears everywhere. I'm being deceived. We must proceed with caution and be careful who we can trust. If the constable is nerved, I fear if we attract too much of a presence, we might be put in danger or put others in danger as well."
So, are you saying that we probably should take a couple back roads to get to his house this morning?
If we proceed with too much caution, they, whomever these eyes and ears belong to, may be more suspicious. We need to proceed how we would usually proceed, but
Right.
just cautiously. And I'm afraid to continue to ask this of you, but we may need more use of your talents and abilities to see if there is anything suspicious happening around us.
What I'm here for.
All right.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's head over.
Constable's house it is.
Mm-hmm. To the butchers.
Let's
I guess I didn't hear. Okay, so are you just heading straight there?
yeah.
I think
Yep.
so.
Yes. And act casually.
Throwing rocks of light around as we walk.
My, what a beautiful day it is outside.
On this very normal day.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to get to the constable's location. I don't know what to call this. But
Place of residence.
The
in
butcher
case you
table.
didn't catch it, yeah, this,
The butchery.
he's the constable, but he's chopping meat up when he's in this
Butcher.
place and sort of
Which is
talking.
a little creepy.
Yeah,
Just-
Chapin Castle.
Yeah.
Especially after we just came back from like Sacrificeville, where it was just like checks of hands. Like, this does not make me stoked.
yeah.
BBG.
Okay, so yeah, there's this noticeably odd combination of like he's the guy that you understand is sort of in charge of the town, and he's at least you're gonna go to the door and he's gonna let you right in, and he's sort of in the same routine. He's talking with these other did I say 4 before? It's 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
There's a few,
Yeah, 3 or 4 other people around him, and they're all at like similar tables, big slabs of meat, carefully chopping and slicing and quartering whole hunks of meat at a time while they're discussing various topics. And unlike last time, the other men in the room right now are going to be very involved in the discussion that you have right now.
Okay.
He's going to let you in. You see all this happen, and you'll notice that he's kind of taking an extra look out the door and locking it when he closes it this time. And he's going to sort of give a nod to the other folks in the room, and they're all going to put down what they're working with, wipe off their hands, and head toward a room sort of in the back of the building. And he's going to ask you to join them.
We'll start following.
Yeah, follow along.
Okay. He's going to after all of them and you guys get in, he'll close and again lock the door behind him, and he'll say, "You understood my message yesterday."
Clearly,
Yes.
well, as clear as can be. And I'm gonna actually look around the room at the other folks and kind of give them that look of just like sort of questioning. And so I said that as I was giving all the rest of the other people the look, with the intention of like hopefully the constable sees this so that he can give me a sign or something like that will tell me these folks can be trusted, or are we still in a danger zone kind of a thing.
He will absolutely notice that and look over at them, sort of give a nod and say, "Right now, the people in this room are the only people I trust." This town is in danger, and I apologize for my delay in understanding why you were sent here. But it seems we are not safe.
If I may ask, what is it about these folk that you trust?
He's going to sort of hold a hand out to all of them and say, we have been working together to run this town and all of its operations and all of its ins and outs and the growth that it has had as a booming trade and rest destination between major cities for decades. If I can't trust them, I may as well be dead. And I believe I would be if I couldn't.
I see.
For their sake and yours, I will be the only name you know out of this room.
We're going to have code names so we can refer to each other.
No names at all.
No names.
He's going to go to a corner where there seems to be a couple desks. He'll pull out a couple scrolls of paper and unravel one in front of the table, or on the table in front of you, and point out. I'll shift you here. Why did the music stop? Because
It's getting spooky.
It's dramatic time.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, so he's going to roll out a map that is clearly the area around you, the Dissarian Valley. This map should be familiar to you. Why don't I have a scroll bar? Here we go. He'll point out, obviously, we are here. And he'll point to this sort of rolling hilly area to the northeast and say, we have a lot of people in and out of these areas. And then he'll point down south the long road and north on the long road as well. And he'll say, but this is our main route between major cities. Part of what has made this town easier than most to keep safe is I can count on one hand the number of ways in and out. That's not very common for a town that is as booming as ours. Strategically speaking, we have advantages against ill will. However, you told me of some druid activity and evil magic. You just came back from evil magic. What happened in that cave? He's speaking like as if he knows something.
We investigated the cave. We did find undead. We found both zombies and skeletons. As we progressed, we found name.
Wolfgar or something like that.
Oreioth?
Oreioth? Yes,
Oreioth.
Oreioth.
Yeah, exactly.
We found Oreioth in the back of the quarry. But it was very odd because he was, as our friend has told us, he was curled up, crying.
That doesn't sound like
whatever
him.
reason.
You say he was crying? Like, was he scared or beaten?
Iz was the one who saw it, and I point to Iz.
Probably a little scared. He sounded like he needed more time for something. So I don't I don't know what exactly he was working on that he needed more time, but in our attempt to interrogate him, he disintegrated. It was gross to say the
At
least.
that word, he's going to give you this look of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was not great. There was some weird symbol thing that appeared in the air.
Symbol.
I think, yeah, kind of looks like this. I tried to draw it last night.
Nice.
That
Nice. I like
weird.
that.
You just pull out a thing. You're like, I drew it.
Great minds think
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Bonus points for all of you. Nice. Love it.
Does that look familiar at all? Is that anything you've ever seen?
No. But
Okay.
I'm not one to be very well versed in magic, and he's gonna sort of wave his hand like I don't even know what to talk about right now. And he's also going to say, perhaps the clerics at the shrine might be of more help than me. But again, I would take great care in who I trust and what with. Right now, I have concerns that there is such evil magic happening so close to this town. And in this case, directly impacting the ability of this town to function. And he'll sort of remind you that Lance Rock is one of 3 major quarries that the town operates through. And other than like travelers and the sort of economic ebb and flow that comes from travel and trade in this town, that's like the big consistent source of revenue and trade activity. So he says, I'm grateful that the threat in that cave is gone. I apologize that it was so messy. I had no idea that it would be like that. But that instance, along with what you said you encountered several weeks ago before coming here, and the bandits you mentioned on your way in, there has to be something more going on. And it seems to be getting closer and closer to this town. I can't help the feeling that something's going on here that I'm not seeing. I can't fail at this job.
I don't recall if you told us, but did Oreioth live in this town?
He did. The clerics would have more answers about him as well. As I understand it, he was kicked out.
Constable, have you noticed any missing people as of late?
You know, that's hard to keep track of with so many people that are consistently in and out. But of the folks I do know who are stable here, no.
What about missing scheduled trade items? Carts along the I can't see. Carts along the Clarin Road. Have any of those gone missing without any bodies being recovered?
We don't really have scheduled trades through here. This is more a central port, if you will. A common location for travelers and traveling caravans of trade to go through. But at all our inns and our taverns and our shops they are all set up for heavy amounts of ebb and flow. There's really, the only consistency is we know that with so few routes north-south, we will have consistent flow.
Have there been funerals in the last few months, or any unexpected deaths?
Unexpected? No. Only one or two deaths overall, but as I understand it, they were very happy people knowingly at the end of their lives, and the clergy seemed to perform their rites as normal.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
you can go ahead. I was gonna say something about a different location.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just gonna ask, and I apologize if it's already been answered, but you mentioned something about clerics at a shrine. Is that nearby in town?
Yes, we have. We call it a shrine, but it is something of a church. It is called the All Faith Shrine. It's a common location in Somber Hills for religious folk of all faiths. It's commonly used as a place of pilgrimage, where often pairs of usually clerics will come to visit for about a month at a time to share their ideas with each other, exchange, learn, and then return back to their homes. As I understand it, we were supposed to have a pair come yesterday. And as he's talking about this, you're going to hear a loud pounding at the outside door. He's going to sort of turn and have this look on his face like, I'm not expecting anybody. But he's going to unlock the door, go to the front, and unlock the other one. And he'll say, "Oh, Imdar, I wasn't expecting you today. Please come in." And he'll stay in the other room with someone that... Are you guys staying in the room you're in, or are you looking, or are you just listening?
I'm just listening.
I'm just listening.
Listening.
Okay.
I'm like right at the door. I want to see if I can get a peek at the person.
Okay.
Imdar.
You're going to see a human male that you don't recognize, dressed in bright white robes and a sort of hat-like thing. I don't know what to call them.
Like
Pope hat?
The Pope?
Yeah, like a Pope hat, but
Like
less
a yarmulke?
shorter
that's
Pope
okay.
hat.
Yeah.
Less flashy. He's going to start speaking to Constable and say, "My trip was fine, but I was expecting my pair to arrive yesterday as well. It seems they might be delayed." And the Constable will say, "Oh, well, that wouldn't be uncommon. I'm sorry, but I don't really have a schedule. Man, we should really get on this schedule thing. Maybe wait another day. As I understand it, they were coming from the south, correct?" "That's correct." "Well, the long road coming from the south has been disturbed as of late, but it has been taken care of, so I would expect only minor delays at the most." And this other man will say, "Thank you, Constable," and start to walk out.
During this exchange, I would have kind of leaned over to Whirl and said, "Isn't it kind of weird that he mentioned the clerics and 2 seconds later one of them shows up?"
I'm going.
Literally going to ask the same thing.
Yeah, during this, I'm going to, like during that conversation, I wanted to lean over to Gert and say,
Everyone's just standing.
we're not suspicious, you're suspicious. I'm just gonna lean over and say, if those clerics don't end up coming, we could go undercover at the shrine as that pair and see if there's any foul play going on.
Agreed.
I mean, absolutely is.
So as this sort of goodbye is happening, the constable will say, "Oh, wait. Just so I can try to help and keep track, what's the name of your partner that you're meeting here?" And this other man will turn around and say, "Why can't I find this? There it is. Lymura Aldark."
So, just so I can keep this straight, Emdar is one of the two clerics who are supposed to meet and like converse, or he is waiting for two clerics to show up?
He basically expects there to always be at least two clerics, and if there is overlap of more, then it's only like during intended transition time. The shrine is like, it's the all-faith shrine. It's like a central location for religious practice, pilgrimage, meditation, that sort of thing.
But he is not one of the two clerics.
Imdar?
Yeah, Endar, sorry.
He is. He is one of the two.
Endar is one of the two clerics that
Yes.
is supposed to. Okay.
And he's asking the constable about
Where
why
the
his
other
partner
cleric
isn't
is.
here
Right.
yet.
Okay. Okay.
But his partner is not Ulfgar, but old guy from the quarry.
His partner is named Lymura Aldark.
Right.
Yes.
The guy
Okay.
he thought was Oreioth.
Oreioth. I'll get there one day. It's like Orion with a TH.
I meant to put deceased next to his name, but I put death instead. And
I mean,
Taryn,
yes,
you know this name.
this was my almost maternal figure at the Temple of the Sun.
This was not the person in the cave.
This was not. I need to mention this to the constable.
Okay, so he's gonna come back after Imdar leaves. So you tell him that?
Yeah, well, when he comes in, I'm gonna say, I heard the conversation you were having, and his partner, Lymura Aldark, was the one who has basically raised me since birth, and I am concerned and would like to help in any way possible.
Understood. For the immediate term, I have at least one piece of news that I could use some help looking into, because it concerns one of the higher ranking, if you will, businessmen in this town. The wagon maker seems to be going astray with other folks into his shop well after hours. And I'm getting reports from an informant of disturbances nearby. They happen to be sort of at the same time that that these folks are going into the wagon shop. I can't be as direct with this one as I'd like, because he's the only wagon worker in town. He is another key to the economic fortitude of our town. But this information is too coincidental with the activities that you guys are mentioning and going through. Can you try to learn something?
Yes, I have a question about this. Is there a pattern with the disturbances, like those who go into his shop? Is there something connecting them?
What I'm being told is about once a week, he and at least 2 other masked and cloaked people go into his shop right after sunset. And the next day, usually, folks around town will be gossiping about spirits. I have no idea if they're related, but they seem kind of too coincidental. And if you just handled zombies, I mean real necromancy, I can't help but put the two together.
Is there a specific day of the week that this happens, or is it at random?
I wouldn't know. I've only been told about once a week.
When you say these people adorn themselves in a cloak and a mask, is it a plain looking mask? Is it something identifiable?
My informant didn't really have much detail. As I understand it, they had to be far away in order to make sure that they were safe,
Okay,
so they couldn't see much.
that's fair. I understand. Safety is key.
Did you guys tell him at all? This is like totally out of character. Me legitimately asking because I'm not remembering. Did you tell him at all about the whole like demon-like thing that happened, or did you keep it to the man practicing necromancy, zombies?
We didn't specify that it was a any possession thing happened. We just talked about the eye and then him basically getting vaporized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to bounce off of him at all?
I'm going to reassure the constable that although some of the instances there may be an economic hit, but any person, any humanoid or person of the like can pick up a hammer and nails and put together a wagon. There will be other people, other tradespersons to pick up the economic slack. Do not just allow evil or wrongdoing to happen just because it may or may not have some sort of effect on money. Money can be replaced. Your town will be all right in the end.
He'll respond, I speak of economic impact because that is where my main expertise lies. But at the same time, being the only and such a highly renowned wagon worker in this area, he holds a different sort of power, political, if you will. And that's an area of finesse that I don't do well with. So I'm just really trying to be as careful as I can. I really hope I'm just overly concerned for no reason. But
Understood.
part of my success in keeping the safety of this town has been discretion.
Understood, Constable. But in my experience, the more that someone has to hold, the more there is they can drop.
Agreed.
And I'll have like a little smirk with that. And I'll say I have some experience with these figures. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Thank you.
I'm also going to come up and say, I can tell you care about not only the economic wealth of the city, but I can tell you care about its people too.
I do.
If this does turn out to be a bad situation, I have no doubt that your care for these people will help you make the decisions politically to help guide them.
I certainly hope so.
What is he wearing?
He's wearing a pretty plain like t-shirt, pants, and he's still wearing his like butcher's smock. He wiped himself off coming in here, but he didn't take that off.
I'm gonna like put my hand like on his shoulder where the smock is, like where it kind of drapes over, and have it glow faintly yellow with light, and say, you may be a butcher, but you can still clean up this town.
Oh,
Nice.
getting them puns in.
He'll just kind of give you a nod.
I'm gonna take my hand off and step back.
He'll stand up and sort of, well, back to work, gentlemen. And all the other three, I'm just gonna say three, other men in this room are gonna sort of uncross their arms, stand up, and get right back into the other room, sort of going back to the routine that they had.
I turn to the party and say, so what do we want to do? Do we want to go into this wagon shop and just in the day and see if there's anything odd on the interior, or should we wait until night and just hope that those cloaked figures come by?
I mean, Oh, go ahead.
I'm fine either way. I would say the cleric one might take, if we want to go to the shrine, we might want to do, like, plan a little bit more. Obviously, put you guys in front. Whereas I don't really know what to expect. I mean, I guess we don't really know what to expect either way. But at least at the wagon shop, we were looking for a wagon.
Yeah,
That's true.
That we could get something out of this.
Right. So.
I feel like this wagon shop, if there's summoning ghosts every week, I feel like that's more of a danger as of now. So that should probably be our priority.
Agreed.
If anything, I'm okay with scouting it out at sunset tonight, tomorrow, however long it takes in order to see when this meeting happens, so we can do something about it if need be. But I do agree with the idea of going in there to see if anything is immediately obvious that there's something odd going on there.
Maybe we could ask if when he gets extra supplies delivered, and then see if the figures come that night.
Do we know that it's at night, or is it just sometime during the week?
Sometime during the week at sunset.
At sunset.
Okay,
Yeah.
I missed the sunset part.
Yeah.
Cool. Then yeah, we could let's go in. Let's get ourselves a wagon, and just like case the place.
I'm for
Good
it.
idea.
Cool.
Sweet.
Great.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the constable shop.
Thanks for the info.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
I'm just gonna leave a gold piece on the counter as I walk out.
Okay, so if you're all leaving, I think that is a good spot to end for today.
Cool.
Hey, good job, everybody.
Appreciate it.